Hello guys, welcome. In the last section we have written a lot of codes. Of course, we completed Paystack payment integration in form of an add-on. Guys, don't worry, I am still going to re-explain most of the things that we have done, but right now we need to write code in a file. Of course, the name of the file must be update_script.php, and what this file does, or what the file is going to do, is to run an SQL queries for us. SQL queries like to insert, to update, or to delete, and that is what we want to do in this very section. Okay, so the first thing is that we need to create a file. Guys, don't forget that file, we are not going to include the file in any of the folders, okay, here, but outside somewhere, okay, on our system, but we can also create it here. Let's do that here. Okay, so I'm going to copy that after we have completed the code. So I'm going to just create a temporary file and I'm going to name it let me copy name file update_script.php. I am still going to remove that file from the controller, but I just want to write simple codes for now. So guys, the first thing is that we need to open our PHP. Okay, beautiful, right? So I'm going to close the PHP. The first thing that we are going to do here is to get CodeIgniter instance. If you ask me, what is CodeIgniter instance? So CodeIgniter instance, it is used to reference to the CodeIgniter super object, especially when you are outside the scope of the super object. What I'm trying to explain in a simple understanding is that when you use get instance in CodeIgniter, it is just a shortcut to a public function. Okay, you know, when you look at the data controller, okay, we have a function, we have a class here, we have public function, but in this regard I want to open update script. Okay, we are not going to have constructor, class, stuff like that, so we need to use CodeIgniter get instance. And how are we going to do that? So let's create a variable which is our CI is equals to get instance, okay, method. So beautiful. The next thing is that we need to load our database because we want to communicate with the database. So what I'm going to do is that this is not going to be equals to, it is going to be load. What do we want to load? We want to load, of course, we want to load our database. Beautiful. So we also need to load something which is the dbforge. dbforge is a class, okay, where we are going to reference with a method which could be add column. All right, but basically we need dbforge, and before you can make use of dbforge, your database must already be running. Okay, so guys, I'm going to say ci our pointer. So let's load our dbforge. So I'm going to say dbforge. Beautiful. So let me close it. So do dbforge load the database forge class, but this database must be running, of course, because we run it, I mean because it has been loaded, so we can now use the dbforge. So right now the next thing is that we need to really declare the information that we want to save to the add-ons table. Okay, don't forget that when user browse the zip file, click on install, we need to install into this add-ons table automatically, and we also need to include paste tag column or role to settings table. So the script that we want to write will perform that. So guys, let's continue. So I'm going to say that information to be inserted into the add-ons table. Beautiful. So it is very simple. We need to create an array. The first thing is we need the name. I can equally say the name is pay stack payment gateway add-on. Did you get that now? So we need to create another array. So we need the version. Let's call it 1.0. Let me terminate it. I'm not thinking about this offhand. Of course, we should communicate with our table. So this is a table. Okay, so this is it. So we have the name. Okay, unique key status. Let me copy this. Status, of course, is going to be installed. Let me arrange this very well. So I'm going to say installed. The next is we need add-on key. Of course, you are going to specify the key, but don't forget that from our invoice here, guys, I'm selecting from add-ons table where add-on key is equals to payment. So when you are writing your script, you should be careful. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say add-on key is equals to payment, just what we have specified. And other thing is unique key. Unique key is equals to pay stack, because that is what we wrote in our code. So I'm going to copy that and paste it to be sure. Okay, beautiful. So what next is that we need to save to the add-ons table. So I'm going to get my variable, so which is going to be our pointer db, because we want to communicate with the database. All right, so the next thing is our insert method. So where do we want to insert? We want to insert into add-ons table, and we need to bind with our data. So I'm going to terminate it. Beautiful. So when you run this script, it will automatically insert into add-ons table based on the data that we have specified. Beautiful. So the next thing we are going to do now, guys, is that we need to also write codes that we add new column to settings table. Don't forget that we need to add one more row here or column to the settings table, so that we can be able to supply our pay stack secret key. Because if I go to general settings, we should get a new input field here requesting or asking for pay stack secret key, but we cannot get that field until we have added something to our add-ons. We have installed the add-ons, and also of course until we have installed the add-ons for that. Hope you are getting it now. So they are interrelated together. So guys, we are going to continue in the next video. So thank you. Bye.